Hi everyone, this is Suzie from Love Food Therapy, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the benefits that come when you leave dieting, you break up with dieting forever. We have been bombarded our whole lives with this idea and this notion that dieting will bring us happiness and joy and it will fix all our problems. And actually, for the majority of us, we find it's the complete opposite. We find that it makes us tired, it makes us unhappy, it makes us much more self-conscious than before, it makes us restrict our foods, cut out whole food groups for some people. It can encourage very, very stringent, harsh exercise. It means that for a lot of us, we don't go into social gatherings very confidently unless someone is complimenting us on weight loss. Additionally, it doesn't allow for us to really enjoy life to the fullest degree, to enjoy life in the way that we are supposed to enjoy it. We're supposed to feel very at ease around food, feel very calm, and that we have access to it, and to both enjoy it and allow our bodies to use it in the right way, to use it for converting the food into energy that will then fuel our activities and fuel our ability to focus on the task at hand, our ability to live our lives to the fullest degree and enjoy it. So today I'm going to be talking about the benefits that come from when you quit dieting, because we are always fed these positives that come from it, and actually no one really talks about what happens when you let it go completely. The first benefit is that you are actually able to increase your level of control in your life. A lot of us, when we start dieting and start harsh exercise regimes to lose weight, we are grasping for that ability to control, because we can't control our feelings we feel, and we can't control the outside world, what's happening. So what can we control? Well, we can control our eating. So a lot of us will latch on to this idea, well, okay, I need to get back some kind of element of control in my life, and therefore I will go full hog on my dieting and my eating patterns. But this is a fallacy in and of itself, because if you are not able to relinquish that control, then you're not fully control in the first place. When you are able to let it go and you are able to put things in place that will allow you to fulfill your life, to enjoy your life more fully, when you're able to relinquish that control of needing to know what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, you then rely solely on your connection with your body, as well as the environment or the circumstances that you find yourself in. You're much more able to say no or yes to foods that you really want or don't want, because there's no need to control anything. You are going solely off what feels good to you in that moment. You are able to enjoy the foods that you truly want to eat. You're able to really focus on what you actually desire. There's a few quite funny, I find them funny, running jokes about intuitive eaters, you know, wanting pixie dust on a fried banana sent from Mars kind of thing. And in reality, intuitive eating is just about strengthening that connection with yourself and listening to your body and what it is calling out for. What does your body need in that moment? What nutrients is it craving? What haven't you had in a while? What are you kind of bored of? What would you like to move towards more? Would you like to eat more nutritionally dense food alongside more nutritionally sparse food? What is your body saying? You're much more able to focus in on that connection with your interoceptive awareness, which is that, but essentially that part in your stomach and the connection with your stomach and your brain that is telling you, okay, I really want this in this moment, and honoring that. You don't label foods as good and bad, therefore. You're able to extract that morality from food. You're able to say, yes, okay, this donut is more nutritionally sparse than, say, a banana. But it's not that the donut is bad and the banana is good. It's that it's just food, and depending on what you are feeling in that moment, you could either choose the donut or the banana, but you're not going to punish yourself if you choose the donut, and you're not going to celebrate if you choose the banana. You're just choosing what it is in that moment that your body is crying out for. And when you allow that, you therefore don't have these thoughts of, oh, well, I really want that now. Like, I've been so good, and no, I shouldn't eat that, but I really want it. No, 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 try and control. Oh, I'm just gonna go eat 10 of them now. When you're allowed to have whatever you want, whenever you want, there's no need to panic over food. There's no need to feel bad about eating something. There's no need to start Monday. There's no need to document anything. And that allows you to just relax more. If you can have whatever you want whenever you want, then bad foods aren't as sexy anymore. They're not as tempting. You don't have such strong cravings for them. And if you do crave them, you allow yourself to eat them. So there's not this push and pull factor. It's a very balanced, calm center. Another benefit that comes from quitting dieting and breaking up with very harsh exercise is that you're actually much more able to enjoy moving your body, because the focus is taken away from needing to move to burn calories or needing to compute numbers. It goes from a quantitative analysis to a qualitative analysis. You are redirecting your focus from calories, numbers, what you've burnt, what you need to weigh for food, to, okay, what do I enjoy? What do I have the energy for? Do I want to go for a walk? Do I feel like I actually want to go for a run or a jog? If I'm not feeling that, maybe I want to go to a class, or maybe I just want to play with my children if you've got children. Maybe I want to do some tasks around the house. What will serve me in this moment? What do I need to do? And what also do I need to just enjoy and fulfill in my life? Going for a 10-minute walk round your garden or in the streets or in a forest somewhere, that can do the world of good. You are allowed to celebrate what your body can do instead of punishing it to conform and to constrict it, to restrict it, and to shrink it to a certain size, or to make yourself look a certain way to gain a kind of aesthetic, if you will. It goes from a much more superficial goal for a lot of people to a much more enjoyable goal. I personally love yoga. I find it very relaxing. It can be tough work and it can be good for the muscles. It increases muscle density, but it's also a time that I use to connect with myself, to just take a breather and to, again, celebrate what my body can do. I'm not the best at yoga. I have a long way to go before I could say that I achieve anything, but again, my goal is not to achieve anything in yoga. It's to allow myself to really feel my way into my body, to use it to make me feel good, to use it in a way that celebrates it, in a way that I can relax into. And if I can increase my ability to stretch my muscles more, amazing, but I'm not doing it to look a certain way. And taking that control away allows me to focus much more on how yoga makes me feel. Another benefit would be that you sleep much more easily and you have a better quality of sleep. When your body is being pumped with cortisol, which is the stress hormone, you are not able to relax down into a state of being that really allows for deep, restful sleep as much. You may be able to fall asleep quickly and you may have a deep sleep when you're dieting, but for a lot of people they don't. They'll find that they're actually waking up a lot in the night, or if they do fall asleep easily or quickly, they don't wake up feeling as rested. This can be for a number of reasons. One, because there is such a focus on food, calories, exercise, etc., the construct of dieting, that you don't allow your mind to focus on much more enjoyable things or focus on the things that you need to get done in the day without constantly thinking about food, and that is exhausting in and of itself. It keeps your brain in a very, very stressed state, and so by relaxing your dieting and practicing intuitive eating more, you are much more likely to relax in other areas of your life. This is a benefit because in turn it will recharge your batteries fully, giving you more energy the next day to fulfill any task that you need. Another benefit is that when you stop dieting, when you relinquish that control, you do not have as many obsessive thoughts about food. I know when I was constantly dieting, I would be thinking about food every minute of the day apart from when I was actually eating food. And when I was actually eating food, it was more like I was inhaling it because I was eating it so quickly, because I had denied myself and tried to restrict everything for so long that when it finally came time to eating a meal, it's almost like you're rushing to get those endorphins pumping through your body because you just don't feel good at all in the day when you are. When you say, I'm allowed to eat whatever I want whenever I want, again, it's not a dangerous thing. So it's not like a meal is the be all and end all. You don't get that after meal sadness when you realize that everything is gone and there's nothing more that is there to give you good feelings, because you're depriving yourself of those good feelings throughout the day when you're constantly thinking and obsessing about food and dieting. Which leads me on to my next point, is that every time you finish a meal, you are able to feel satisfied and full, you feel great, you can finish that meal and then you can go on with your day, and you don't need to think about anything else other than getting the task at hand done. Your body is able to convert the food that you've given it into the energy that you need to go about your day and do whatever you need to do. And you don't need to constantly worry and think about all the rules and regulations that you have constructed to try and maintain a sense of control. You don't get that after meal sadness anymore, because you know that you can have food whenever you want and it's always there for you. It's always an option and you're never going to restrict yourself again. And last but not least, you are a much better role model to the people around you, including your children if you have any. I don't personally have children yet, but I do have many friends that do, and I've spoken many times about this topic with them. And our generation is much more aware of the transgenerational side of trauma. It's the trauma that our ancestors and their predecessors have suffered at the hands of diet culture and subsequently handed down through the generations. So when you're constantly surrounded by people, either in your friend circle, your family, loved ones, who are talking about dieting a lot and are really quite consumed by diet culture, that has a very negative effect on, and it permeates throughout circles. Especially for children, because when they grow up witnessing that, that imprints on their mind and they start to believe the things that we are telling ourselves and subsequently them through our actions of dieting, for example. You're able to teach them that dieting and your body image is the least interesting thing about you. You have much more to offer the world than your appearance, and so refocusing that energy into what you can celebrate about your personality, what you love to do, what lights you up, looking at the activities that you can really get so much enjoyment from. What can you offer your peers? How can you be of service? How can you be of value to your loved ones? And that will feed the circle of energy as it goes round. So when you cut out that dieting, you are cutting out that negativity. You're still being exposed to diet culture in society, but when you're more aware of the real negative effects that diet culture has, especially to young people, you're much more able to recognize them and nip it in the bud before it gets to a point that is or potentially can be dangerous for someone. You can also celebrate food and enjoy social occasions much more. You know, food is such a big part of culture, worldwide. So when we're able to celebrate with our loved ones around food and cut out that diet talk, cut out the food police, then it provides a much safer and a much safer environment that will really encourage people and encourage young people to thrive. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for listening. If I missed anything out, which I definitely did because there's too many benefits that come with quitting dieting, please leave your comment below, or you can comment which was your favorite benefit. You can comment anything to do with the benefits that you've seen if you have quit dieting. And if you're dieting at the moment, this is no shame to you, no judgment. This is just an effort to get the message out there that we don't need to diet. We can let this go and we can live happy, fulfilling, amazing lives without it. Thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button if you like this video, and you can subscribe for more content coming in the very near future.